Okay. Says we're streaming. Okay. Says I'm streaming at 1080 60 frames. I'll try this again. Alright. The only thing that I can come to a conclusion on is that this is because of so kids are out of school, so it's summer right now. So the only thing that I can come to a conclusion on is because that is the case, but I don't know why it's happening now. Out of all the times I've been streaming, it's just been happening a lot more recently. So I'm wondering if it's the server having issues, probably because so many things are going on YouTube right now. I'm wondering if it might have something to do with the PlayStation. But the thing is, doing this is affecting my internet severely, and I don't know why, because it didn't do this before. This is the first time this has happened. Well, it's not the first time. It's just been happening a lot lately, but it only seems to affect my internet when I stream. So the internet company that I am with, they have told me that and my family that this internet is supposed to be so good that it should help and work perfectly for people who stream. I have been streaming for a while on this new internet, and now all of a sudden it's not working on us, and now it's shitting on me. But it works fine on everything else. But when I start streaming, it severely, just recently, within, like, since I played Resident Evil, the Resident Evil Revelations, then it started happening. So, yeah, welcome back to Resident Evil 5. I'm hoping that it's not going to do it again, but it actually seems to be doing a lot worse now during the day than it was doing it later, like I did last night. I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad. It's still pretty bad, but I so don't know why this is happening right now. It really should not be affecting anything, but I'm guessing this is having to do with the internet server that I'm on, the company. So I'm gonna have to talk to my mom or my dad to see if they can get in contact with the provider and to see if they can get something figured out, because this didn't happen before, but it's starting to happen a lot more all of a sudden, which is really, really bad. So I'm just going to start streaming a little bit longer here in order to see what's going on. How much this is going to affect my stream. But yeah, because this isn't great. This is not good. So I'm gonna leave the messages like on the top messages. I'm gonna see how it works with this again. If it doesn't, it's doing it again. Yep, it's... This is happening. Could it be the... I don't know. It keeps lagging though, I don't get why. Is it cutting my voice out too? Is it cutting my voice out too? No. Okay. It's doing better now. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Alright. So we are here now. But yeah. Hi everybody, welcome back to Resident Evil 5. Sorry about that weird thing that happened. I'm gonna try not to have that happen again. But it seems to be doing better now. But yes, I'm going to see if I can... contact my provider to see if there is something I can do about this stuff, because this is very odd and it doesn't make sense as to why this is happening, and I really do apologize, everybody. So and so, okay, let's see. But yeah, welcome back. Having a great time with this game. This game is always very, very fun to play. Forgot some of the problems with this game, but I'm figuring it out now. Tempted to get rid of the bulletproof vest, but details. Can only move it sideways. Firepower is 50, firepower is 60. Gonna get rid of this. Move. Gonna give her that. That does 80 damage. This does 60 damage. Piercing. Oh, this has piercing on it. Ooh. That does piercing? That's actually really good. This does not have piercing. This one critical. Okay, so this one does not have that. If I upgrade it, what will it do? Okay, so that increases the damage, that increases that, and that increases the capacity. The capacity might be good. What about this? Firepower, 60. Reloads, 2.70, and then 45 for capacity. So that does have more capacity. And it doesn't do much damage compared to the other gun, of course. This gun, of course, because it is an actual rifle. This gun is actually smaller compared to this gun. Only problem is that this gun has the piercing that would be very good to have, because this has piercing 2, which is actually very good, but it has the 2 piercing, then the 1 gold, which I'm not gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna keep that gun because I paid for it. I think I paid for it. It's an SIG P226, and this is an H&K P8. This is an M92F. Then she got this gun. She's gonna keep. Is there something I should do? Okay, I gotta keep checking my stream. So if I look like I'm not doing much, it's because I'm checking my stream back and forth to make sure it's working. Unfortunately, that's something I have to keep doing, which is really irritating. Okay, so I think we should get rid of this. We don't need that, so we're gonna... I think we need the grenades, so I think I'm gonna keep the grenades. Provides protection against weapons fire. Can be worn with the melee vest. Melee vest? There's a melee vest? Where's the melee vest? Melee vest. Okay, so she has a melee vest, bulletproof vest, and then a melee vest. Might be better to have a melee vest, just to see. That's pretty cool. So a melee vest helps against weapon fire, whereas this one helps against melee attacks, which is actually very, very good and handy to have. She needs that the most because she's going to be sprawled across the entire area, which will become an issue for her and me. I'm probably going to need to worry about mostly the bullets because most of the lead I'm going to be the one shot at. I know I have these things, but I think I'm going to keep these small stuff. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's see what we can do with shotguns. Okay, so this is a good shotgun. Also, kind of a good shotgun. The reload speed is better, but the firepower on it is very low. So there's only those 3 shotguns. So this probably might be the better shotgun, even though this one does have a lot better reload speed and capacity. And this has the worst reload speed. This has the best capacity. This one has the best capacity. This one has the best reload speed, whereas this one has the best firepower. So these 3 shotguns have one thing that's better, that makes them better than the other. But this one is the first shotgun you get, whereas the capacity, for some reason, is better. Rather than the Jailbreaker, which that doesn't make sense to me because the Jailbreaker has the barrel in the shotgun. Alright, we have this one. Okay, so which one has the best capacity? This gun has the best capacity. I don't know how, because that is a bigger mag. That has a bigger fucking mag. That has the smaller mag. So again, the capacity on these things don't make fucking sense. But that gun has maybe have the best firepower, but again, capacity is a big deal because, again, they take more bullets to shoot and kill somebody with. They're basically just a secondary weapon just to blow all your ammo out at the beginning of a fight. Unfortunately, the machine guns in these games in particular are not the best weapons in the game. There's only one. No, there's not just one. There's actually multiple, but they're very small assault rifles in 9. That's the unfortunate thing, is the assault rifles in 9 is kind of sad because there's not really to go off of. Right, how many rifles? There's 3 rifles. I have this rifle, which has better firepower. This has less firepower but more reload speed, whereas this one's the best gun. For some fucking reason, this is the best gun. I don't know why they don't show the fire rate like they did in the other games, because the rate of fire is the most important thing in the game. We've got a rocket launcher, but the rocket launcher can only be used once. Stun rod, which is also a very good item to have. I know I'm taking a while on the store, but I'm trying to keep things rolling to see if the stream will also stop, but I'm also doing it because I want to make this game, I don't want to make it too easy, because I know I'm playing on easy, and that's the unfortunate part, is that I'm playing with a New Game Plus, which this is not an option in this game to get rid of. You have no choice, because this game, for some reason, is the only Resident Evil game that I know of that doesn't have save slots, whereas you can choose or manually save and then pick a spot to load from, and then pick a new game to go off of without New Game Plus. This game has one save spot, and that's it. So no matter what happens, a game auto saves, which does make this game better than 4, because 4 did not have an auto save feature for when you close the game and then resume. You have to start over from the very beginning of the chapter, whereas this one, you save where it automatically saves. You continue where it automatically saved for you. But they got rid of the manual save option as well, which causes issues for me, because now I'm stuck with New Game Plus, and I cannot play a new game without unless I go through, delete the save data from the main menu of the game and start over. But I already played the game, I already started streaming yesterday. I can't do that now, because then I would have to restart all the way from the beginning. So I don't like lying to people that I have not played this game. I have played this game. I have beaten this game too. And it was more than a year ago. I don't know if it was 2 years ago, but I do think it has been more than a year since the last time I played this. It also has been more than a year since I played 6. Because I played 6 right after I played 5. Only played one story for 6. I will not do it again. Okay, so the guns that I got right now are just fine. I think I'm going to get rid of this rifle. Well, I could give her this rifle, sell that rifle, because it is the same. I think it's the same. It's the same. I kind of want to see what's this one at? It's at 750. so we're at the rifles. Dragunov, which is a real gun. Dragunov is a real gun because it's also in Call of Duty. H and K, but I already I have an H and K pistol. What? An H and K MP5, an H and K P8. Wait, so what's an H and K? So is that the brand of gun? Because the P8's the gun, the MP5 is the gun, and then the FPSG-1 is also the gun. But wasn't that... Is the K Kennedy? S&W M29. S&W is also the brand. They can't call it a Desert Eagle because the Desert Eagle is actually, I think, trademarked. So, they call it a Lightning Hawk. S75. A SIG is a real gun. AK-74 is not, I don't think, a real gun because I think it's an AK-47 because it's just 7 and 4 backwards. A VZ61, I don't know. A Jailbreaker is not the name of a gun. An M3, I think, is a real gun. The Ithaka, I think that Ithaka, I don't know. Yeah, so the guns that I got right now are just fine, but I do want to know, I wish you could tell me the percentage from here. So the Dragunov does reload, this has better firepower, that has that, and this has the best capacity. Wait, this has the best capacity and firepower, this has the best reload speed, this has the best reload speed. This gun sucks. This gun just sucks in general. This gun has better capacity compared to this one, but this is like the best one. But the thing is the firepower. It doesn't tell you the firepower. That's the problem. I want to know what the fucking firepower is. I want to know what I'm shooting and how I'm gonna shoot. And you can't upgrade the fire, like the rate of fire. The rate of fire is the most important, one of the most important things too. Because if you're in a fucking bind, you got to be able to shoot repeatedly. If you have to keep shooting, then every time, that's fucking irritating. So you gotta shoot, reload, shoot, reload, shoot, reload. I want a gun that goes shoot, 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 shoot. Constant fire, rate of fire. The PSG-1, kind of want, because the reload speed is better. The firepower is better on this gun, but the reload speed on it is fucking garbage. Dragunov might be a better gun, just for now. But I'm going to keep the gun that I have right now. Don't know why it's taken so long to do that, so I do apologize. No. Fuck, almost hit the wrong button. Holy fuck. Wait, what? Increases peering. Upgrade this weapon? Wait, what? I can upgrade that? Oh, that's so cool. No way. Oh, that's so sick. But I can't do that with this one, though. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Can I have it for this one? No. How about this one? No. That's kind of cool, though. Okay, so the pistol, I'm going to keep it the same. Firepower might increase that. Capacity might be the best option to do right now. Capacity, yes please. And then there she goes. Now we got a matching of 10. 750, 750, because they were both the same now with this gun. Does she need the sniper rifle? Probably not. Now that because if I have the sniper rifle, there's nearly no need. Here's what I'm gonna do with this. Oh, I can sell them, but I can't put it in my inventory. That's stupid. Okay, so the only thing I can do with inventory is place guns in there. That sucks. Okay. Alright, hand grenades. Can I put those? No, I cannot. Oh, I can. Can I remove it? Yes, I can. I can't. Okay, that's good. I'm still stupid. Okay, boom, there we go. Gonna place that there. That does way better stuff there than the other things. Give some. That's a lot. I'm just gonna take them because I can't give her more than 30. Okay. All right. Sorry for that long wait. I apologize. Let's get into it. All right, we are back.
You know where the mines are?
Past the station, not too far from here.
Oh, what are you doing?
Follow me.
All right, let's read this document. Type 2 plagas. See? The plagas. As stated in earlier documentation on the subject, the original Las Plagas parasite was discovered in an isolated area in Europe. Upon maturation in a host, the parasite quickly replaces the host's will and self-awareness, rendering them highly susceptible to control by another. It was this aspect of Las Plagas that meant one so inclined could create obedient subjects who would obey directives without question, with obvious commercial application possibilities. Las Plagas quickly came under review by interested parties. The problem with commercializing Las Plagas was the time discrepancy between initial infection and when the hosts were rendered susceptible to control. The time between when Las Plagas is administered to the host as an egg and the time when it fully matures and attaches itself to the central nervous system was met with negative criticism. The maturation cycle of Las Plagas is relatively brief, but potential customers wished for more expedient results. With this in mind, research was undertaken to improve Las Plagas, the final result of this research becoming Type 2 Plagas. Okay, what does it say? Expedient results, which with this is mind, research was undertaken to improve Las Plagas. Okay, so is that what this is now? Is that this is the Las Plagas? Because those flying things are definitely from 4, right? Those things were in 4. No, those things crawled, didn't they? They didn't, and they attached to them. They didn't go into their bodies. Damn. Type 2 Plagas differs from its predecessor in that it is administered in its matured state, and from that point, the host can almost immediately be controlled. But it would have to be forced. Yeah, Type 2 is administered orally, or more specifically, it is forced into the mouth of the host. It's an indelicate method, but it's also the most effective. After oral administration, Type 2 rends the esophagus and moves first into the medulla oblongata, which is the brain, then to the brain proper. And the medulla oblongata, isn't that the thing that attaches to the brain? I forget. Isn't that, or is that just the brainstem? I don't remember. All I know is that I've heard of medulla oblongata from fucking Waterboy. Then to the brain proper, and finally the spinal cord. Once it has taken hold of the central nervous system, the host can be controlled. Yeah, isn't the only way... That's right, I remember them talking about this, the only way to get rid of this then. So this is Type 2 Plaga. So that was the thing that was in... I forgot the name of that one where Leon goes to Russia in the movie, which is a good movie, by the way. I really highly recommend it. Not really scary, but a very good action, and it's a very good action movie, but it's got really good animation. It's got better animation than the movie prior. I mean, it's not the best animation. It's them trying to be better at the time for I guess you could call it a low budget film. So it's basically the exact same stuff that they use to like do cutscenes in the games, but it is like an hour cutscene, basically, entirely. So that's basically what that is. But it's a very good movie, and it actually explains that the only way to get rid of that is to basically sever the spine, meaning making you paralyzed. So the only way to do it is to break the spinal cord, and one of the guys in this movie ends up having that happen to them, but he ends up surviving. But he spends the rest of his life. He's gonna have to spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair, which is cool because they also used it to control lickers, which is actually pretty damn cool as well. I seriously highly recommend to go watch it because it actually does some cool things and gives you some more insight on some of these things. Like the zombies in this one aren't mostly the ones from RE4, but 5. So the ones that in this one, they're actually different, and they're different than the ones in 4. They're more effective here than they are in 4. 4, they're more zombified, they're slower. These ones can rush. They instantly turn, and it is the Plagas. But here's the thing. How did they get the Plagas? The Plagas was destroyed. And didn't she drop the thing in the ocean, making it impossible for Albert to get a hold of it? I don't know how. Because she did Leon that favor, right? Everybody saw the end of the game. Watch my Resident Evil 4 playthrough, and you'll see that at the end, Ada drops the sample that she stole. But it ended up getting destroyed, so there's no way there is any remnants of the Plagas at all. So, like, there is a queen crystallized thing there, and of course, Lord Sadler was also, you know, he was occupying it, and he controlled everybody with it because he was the host. But he got destroyed. Everything else was destroyed. There was no way for Wesker to get it. So this again does not make sense, because how did they get a hold of it? Again, this is one of the many things that Resident Evil does. It does not explain how this happens and what this happens. Even through this stuff, it gives you very minor details. It's very hard to get a hold of. It's something you got. I don't know if they have books on it or other things about it. I've watched the movies. It still doesn't give you a really thorough explanation as to what happens there. But yeah, that is the one thing. It's like, how does the thing control the lickers? This thing can control the lickers. So, and how it doesn't affect the licker's body, that doesn't make any sense to me, because that it does affect the body still. So that's the one thing that does kind of piss me off about this franchise, is their very minor details that don't add up. Every game that comes on adds something new that doesn't tie to the previous games, that has enemies that are from the previous games, that don't explain how this is happening or why this is happening. It's